can't stop thinking about what Dr. Sanchez said.
Why can't you remember anything before that, Jorge? What does it say about you and your existence?
What do I remember? I can't remember anything. Who am I?
It is a dark time for the Rebel Alliance. Although the Death Star had been destroyed, the Empire has driven the Rebel forces from their base and pursued them across the galaxy. Evading the dreaded Imperial Starfleet, the Rebels established a new base on the remote ice world of Hoth. Darth Vader dispatched thousands of remote probes into the far reaches of space, eventually coming across Hoth. When their cover is blown, the Imperials strike Hoth, with the Rebels making a hasty retreat. On a request made by the ghost of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke and R2 travel to the Dagobah system so that Luke could train under Master Yoda, while Leia, Han, Chewie, and C-3PO are on the run from Imperial starships on the Millennium Falcon, while the hyperdrive is damaged. As things go from bad to worse, Han and Leia discover a deeper appreciation for each other, while Luke confronts a dark secret about the destiny he was given and the legacy he inherited. The movie is considered the high point of all the Star Wars films, and rightly so. It's not just one of the best sequels of all time, it's a masterpiece in its own right. It builds on what A New Hope established and takes it even further, adding a darker tone and higher stakes.
The effects are just as good, if not better, than A New Hope. The work on the Yoda puppet alone is pure awesomeness, and the environments are wide and varied. The universe is developed more.
The Empire are no longer the generic bad guys of A New Hope. Here, there are more threatening, powerful menace, repeatedly winning as they chase down our heroes. They're also given a bit more depth. While they're still the bad guys, we see some humanity on Imperial characters like Nita and Piet, that allowed them more development and sympathy than, say, Tarkin in the previous film. In fact, most of the characters are fleshed out a bit more. Luke continues his arc from A New Hope, now having to deal with his impulsiveness and cockiness getting in the way of his training to become a Jedi. He is repeatedly humble throughout the film, constantly losing at every turn, from being captured by a Wampa, dying out in the cold, needing to be saved by Han, failing Yoda's lessons, and having his love for his friends be exploited by Vader to lure him into a trap. He doesn't even win his fight with Vader, losing his hand, failing to save Han from being taken by Boba Fett, and needing to be rescued by Leia at the climax.
I don't believe it.
That is why you fail.
This serves to humble Luke, as he grows out of his arrogance by the end of the movie into a more mature hero by the next film. Meanwhile, Leia and Han develop a romance. It's nice and it's developed well. You really feel like they're in love and believe it, and it's thanks to the chemistry between Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. C-3PO and R2 are the same, but C-3PO has gotten a lot more tolerable in this film, managing to have an actual funny moment or two. The Force is expanded on more here, with Yoda's teachings providing some neat philosophy to explore.
No different, only different in your mind. You must unlearn what you have learned. Do or do not. There is no try.
And the battles of the movie are some of the best in the whole saga. The Battle of Hoth is just pure awesomeness from beginning to end, each character doing something at a given moment and filled with excitement. And nothing is more memorable than the battle between Luke and Vader at the climax of the film. It's the most emotionally charged and raw fight scene of the series, all ending with the exact moment that changed everything forever.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No, I am your father.
No. No. It's not true. That's impossible!
It's a great twist, one that nobody ever saw coming, and puts everything we've learned about the characters and the story so far in a new light. It's also beautifully foreshadowed throughout the film, and the twist retroactively makes lines from A New Hope take on a new meaning.
Luke's just not a farmer, Owen. He has too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of. How did my father die?
A young Jedi named Darth Vader, who was a pupil of mine until he turned to evil, helped the Empire hunt down and destroy the Jedi Knights. He betrayed and murdered your father.
The movie ends at a great cliffhanger.
The Empire suffered no significant setbacks at all. Han Solo's been captured and frozen in carbonite, Cloud City has been taken, and Darth Vader won the duel with Luke. However, the Rebel fleet successfully escaped, and our heroes are still alive, looking out the window to fight on another day. There are a few problems though, but nothing major and mostly just nitpicks. The movie doesn't really have much of a plot, moving from point A to point B like an RPG, without a strong overarching story like in A New Hope. I thought the romance between Leia and Han took too much attention away from Luke's story, and some moments felt a bit pointless, like the scene with the worm inside of the asteroid. But that's irrelevant. The Empire Strikes Back kicks ass. It ups the stakes, fleshes out the universe, and makes great characters even better, introduces new characters that are just as good, and it's just as memorable and awesome as A New Hope, even surpassing it in a lot of regards. Tune in next time, where we take a look at Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.